Hey everyone, I'm here in the Hobbit kitchen to make a delicious baked ziti. So the first thing I need to do is get my sauce going. I've taken a package of my homemade meat sauce, there's only beef in this one, from the freezer. And I'm going to be adding some Italian sausage and some homemade freezer tomato sauce because I'm going to need more than this for the baked ziti. So to start things off, I'm going to cook up a couple of these sausages. While I'm waiting for the oil to heat up, I'm going to remove the casings from 2 sausages and grind up the meat. Casings removed, so I'm just going to break it up and toss it into the pan. I'm going to cook this through and continue breaking it up, and then I will add some of my homemade tomato sauce cubes and the meat sauce and some spices to balance it out. Alright, the meat is pretty much cooked through. Time to add all the good stuff. I'm going to let the sauce cubes melt down before I add the meat sauce and the spices. This is from a batch of the tomatoes I got at the Amish farm, and I just cooked them up, peeled them, pureed them, and froze them in these giant cubes. Definitely comes in handy. Alright, it's mostly melted down, so I'm going to add in my homemade sauce. Yum, this already smells delicious. Once I get this all mixed in, I'll start adding some spices and some balsamic vinegar and some garlic just to make everything perfect. A little salt and pepper. My tomato sauce cubes were completely unsalted, so definitely want to add that. Little pinch of nutmeg. Little onion powder. Some balsamic vinegar. Just a little splash. Smoked paprika. Garlic powder. A little pinch of basil. A nice amount of garlic, and some brown sugar to cut the tomato acid. This is going to be a very flavorful baked ziti, and it's one of those ones where you don't boil the pasta first, so even better, less steps. Now I'm just going to cover it and let it simmer for a bit so that all the flavors can come together. The sauce is completed, so I'm going to add the ziti and half a cup of water and fold everything in. I'm going to fold this in and I'm going to cover the pan for now while I set up everything else. For the topping, along with mozzarella cheese, I'm going to be mixing some mascarpone with some garlic. Alternatively, you can use ricotta cheese or whatever you want, but I'm using mascarpone. Just adds a richer, creamier taste. Like mascarpone in a dish. I'm just going to add a little bit of garlic. I know I always say a little, I never mean a little. I'm just going to mix this together. This is going to get dolloped in between the 2 layers. along with a little mozzarella. Okay, this is about half the pasta, so now I'm just going to dollop the top with that mascarpone I whipped up with the garlic. It's going to be so good. All right, now I'm going to add the rest of the pasta to the top. Now all that's left is to sprinkle the top with mozzarella cheese, cover the pan in foil, and I'm going to bake it at 375 until the pasta is cooked through. This should take about 40 minutes, give or take. Fresh from the oven and piping hot. I'm going to let it cool down for a moment and then I'll plate it up. And there you have it, an easy and delicious baked ziti with mascarpone. Just going to sprinkle some fresh Parmesan on top. That's all for tonight from the Hobbit Kitchen, but I'll be back tomorrow with another delicious dish. Have a great night, everyone.